everybody at home, and welcome to yet another amazing episode of Aqua Kids. I'm James.
And I'm Molly, and today we're working with the Florida Oceanographic Coastal Center located on Hutchinson Island in Florida.
That's a hard phrase to say.
You know, I'm glad you noticed that. I thought it was too. But you have another hard one to say. What are the worms called that we're working with today?
Sabalaird worms.
Very good, you got that right. These are really important worms to this area, and we're going to learn all about the condos that they build right now.
And you thought people's condos were cool? Check out the worms.
Let's do it. Let's physically check it out. Let's go. Hey, girls.
Hi, Aqua Kids.
Hello, I'm Molly.
Nice to meet you, Molly. I'm Brittany.
Hi, Brittany. Hi, Nicole. So guys, these are aquarium and exhibit specialists at Florida Oceanographic. So tell us a little bit about the facility and what we're gonna get to do today.
Well, Florida Oceanographic is a small nonprofit agency located on Hutchinson Island in Florida. And what we focus on is inspiring environmental stewardship through education and research. So it's kind of an area where people can come in and learn about our local ecosystems, which this is a really good example right here. And luckily, sometimes we can take people out and give them kind of a more hands-on experience, which we are hoping to do today. So what we're standing in right now is Bathtub Beach, and as you guys can tell, it's shallow and really calm. And even though there's waves breaking behind us, which you can kind of hear, it's really, really calm behind the rocks and the reef. So it's a really good area to explore.
So what are we gonna check out today? We've heard there's worms involved.
Yes, there are worms. We're probably not gonna be able to see them here, but we do have slides available. What we're gonna see more is the habitat they create. They're kind of building homes for all the other animals that live in this area, and it's a reef, just like a coral reef wooden habitat, you know, areas for people to live or fish to live. That's what this does. So it's the same kind of thing, but different.
So how do you create awareness for these worms?
Well, Florida Oceanographic's assistance in creating awareness for this reef here is posting a lot of signage out around the beach. So everyone knows that if you step on this habitat and substrate, then you're killing basically what makes this incredible home to over 500 species of plants and animals. So.
Go signs.
Yeah. We also have a couple exhibits at our center that explains it a little more thoroughly. So if people were to come here, see our signs, and then they'd focus, you know, head on over to our center, then we could teach them more directly, you know, with more hands-on instead of just signs. You know, signs are kind of stagnant. Then they can come to us and we can teach them, explain to them any questions they have, so they know it's not just, you can't do that, it's more there's reasons behind it, protecting the reef.
Well, let's get our snorkel gear and see who's utilizing the worm homes.
All right, let's go.
All right, guys, let's go. Straight out.
As we submerged into the refreshing cool water, we were amazed at the tidal surge. Sloshing back and forth and sometimes running into each other uncontrollably, we peered down at the tiny wormholes scattered across the sediment bottom. It's amazing anything can live in these conditions, sand and waves.
Well, cool. We've got some specimens, right?
Yeah. I'll go get a bucket and we can check them out on shore.
Okay, outstanding. Well, let's take a look and see what we collected, right?
Yeah.
This is kind of a blind search down here. I'm nervous to see what this is. Oh, weird.
All right. Yeah.
Nice. Whoever caught this did a good job.
Three-road sea cucumber, also called the chocolate chip sea cucumber, as you can tell from the black spots. Kind of.
It doesn't look as appetizing as chocolate chips, but
yeah, and those are kind of tricky to find, so that's really good find. They hide under rocks and things like that. They're really squishy body, so easy prey for things to eat.
They do. I'm trying to think what this resembles for kids at home that aren't touching a sea cucumber right now. Is there anything that you compare it to?
What leather, I'd say.
wet leather.
Yeah, wet leather.
Yeah. Sometimes it's similar to a dog's tongue, kind of
I
that
think, yeah,
firm
that's
texture
true.
to the
Yeah, it's
outside,
like a dog's
the grippers
tongue.
they have.
Yeah, that's weird. We'll put you in. James, you want to see what else we've got?
Sure.
Excuse me, Blennies.
It is cool.
Wow,
yeah.
that's beautiful.
That's our true tulip, and he will eat gastropods and other slow-moving creatures, so it's a good thing we don't have anything else in here for him to prey upon. He's got that bright red body and a trapdoor so he can guard his soft little body. And he does grow with his shell, so kind of a circular pattern, and
That's
grows
awesome.
larger as he gets bigger.
Kind of looks like a tulip.
Yeah, that coloring. You can kind of see where it got its name from it.
Awesome. There you go.
Next. This is weird. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's an urchin.
That's another type of urchin. Yeah, that's the pencil urchin. It's got the thicker spines and almost kind of resemble a pencil.
Yeah.
See that?
Kind of cool. They also have the tube feet like the other ones do, but they're kind of harder to see.
So what kinds of fish do we catch?
Well, these two right here are really common. I'm sure you guys saw a lot of those when you're out there. These are our hairy blennies.
Yeah.
And they have that molted pattern kind of to blend in with the rocks, the holes of the worm reef. Another guy we caught that's a little bit brighter, try and turn it so we can see him, is our cocoa damsel. And he's really bright, purple and yellow. And these fish are actually really aggressive. Their small size allows them to kind of get preyed on commonly, but they are really aggressive, so they kind of defend their area.
How can you
Really?
tell the males from the females?
I can't. But the blennies I can. The blennies, the pattern ones are normally the female, and the darker solid color ones are the males.
Really? Well, now that we've seen the habitat that the worms provide and some of the creatures that utilize that habitat, let's go inside the lab and see these worms up close.
Yeah.
I assume there's a
definitely.
microscope involved. They seem really small.
Yeah, you guys will get to see some slides and
All right.
some other stuff prepared to get a real close view.
right.
So all your questions will be answered about their structures and stuff.
Cool.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
Coming up later, meet the strange invertebrates we collected from the worm reef.